Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rokib. I'm going to be looking at the top 5 weird upcoming games of 2017. They're not entirely weird per se, but I doubt you'll be interested in all of them. Maybe one at most, maybe even 2 or 3, but not all of them. First on my list in no particular order is Shenmue 3. The first 2 Shenmue games were directed and written and produced by Yu Suzuki. The game centers around a teenage martial artist, Ryu. This character has journeyed from Yokosuka, Japan, to the mountains of Guilin in China, I believe, in search of his father's killer. Yu Suzuki, the guy behind the game, launched a Kickstarter campaign to crowdfund his new game Shenmue 3. He raised over 6 million, making it one of the highest funded video games ever, as well as around the 6th highest funded campaign in any category. It's being developed by YSNet. I'm guessing that's Yu Suzuki. He's a publisher. Well, the publisher is going to be Shibuya Productions, but it's coming late this year. In theory, it's going to be December 2017, but who knows. Platforms will be PS4, PC, and it's an action adventure. You can see artwork of it and get an idea of what it's going to be about. It's not really high fidelity, but it's about the story. It's a very traditional, very old-fashioned style type of game. I doubt it's going to move away from that. Next on my list is a game called Pyre, spelled Pyre. It's an RPG role-playing game. It has a high fantasy setting. You control a character that meets 3 exiles who travel the land of purgatory looking to cleanse the souls of other characters. Hopefully I haven't lost you. Just in case you're wondering, it's being made by Supergiant, and their previous game was Transistor. Should give you an idea of the kind of game you may be buying, playing, or trying at least. So the game centers around the combat system, where you get split up into teams with a pyre on each side, like a bonfire I suppose, and your aim is to destroy the enemies one. IGN's Marty Silver described it a mix of Dota and Rocket League. Not quite sure how he got to that, but there you go. It's being developed by Supergiant Games, published by them as well. Still to be announced in 2017, no season given. It's going to be PS4, PC, and sadly no Xbox. Moving on, Horizon Zero Dawn. So this upcoming game is an RPG as well, role-playing game, developed by Guerrilla Games. Guessing the protagonist is a hunter/archer who lives in a world overrun by robots, as you can see. It's set in an open world environment. The guy behind it, Mathis de Jong, is the director. Mathis de Jong, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Game engine Decima was previously engineered for Killzone Shadowfall. Now they've readjusted it slightly for Horizon Zero Dawn. Just in case you're wondering, the game's going to be made by Guerrilla Games Amsterdam. Sadly, only Guerrilla Cambridge, the UK branch, is closing down. If you like the Killzone Shadowfall soundtrack, it's being composed by Joris de Man again, and finally developed by Guerrilla Games, Sony's first party, so they'll be publishing it. It's going to come early as well, February 28th of 2017, and it's for PS4 only, so that's not too far away, less than a month to go. 4th on my list is a 3D platform action adventure game from the 90s by the looks of it. It's called Yooka-Laylee, being made or developed by Playtonic Games. Interestingly, this is the only game on my list that will also play on Linux. By the looks of it, it's going to be a spiritual successor to the game series Banjo Kazooie. The adventure sees you saving the world's literature. It's been developed by Playtonic Games, it's been published by Playtonic and Team 17. It's coming out in the first quarter of 2017. Finally Xbox, PS4, PC, including Wii U as well, so that's quite interesting. It's a platforming game. Finally, my favourite, South Park The Fractured Butthole. This RPG is going to be developed by Ubisoft San Francisco. The game takes place after the events of South Park The Stick of Truth. This time the guys are going to be role-playing superheroes. The introduction of the game sees characters being divided into 2 groups. One interesting fact about the game from the co-creators was that they were originally going to call it the Butthole of Time, Unfortunately, they weren't allowed to do that, so they reimagined the title to a much better one, Fractured Butthole. Being developed and published by Ubisoft, and if you don't already know, it's early 2017, no exact date per se. It's coming to PS4, X1 and PC, sadly no Linux. There we go, that's the end of my list. If you can think of any strange games that might scratch an itch that won't for the mass consumer, let me know in the comments below. Till next time, take care, and don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe and share, it always helps. Bye guys.